Come, let us prepare, make some good profits today. Our market left us big clues here. We had our 5-day retest yet again. Very big clue because this orange seller has appeared yet again. So pay close attention to this. Let's look into the very key liquidity levels here. I want to be running through this very, very importantly for this week. Now, nothing's changed. This was quite a straightforward day here. You would realize that early in the day, 9:43, we were already waiting out because of a lack of buying continuation structure. So 9:43 was here. Take a look for yourself, 9:43. And we talked about this orange and blue. You see it happening here. Once we started trending slightly up with the lack of buying continuation. And Discord members, this is not unfamiliar to you. I talked about this so many times in the training videos. Please watch them and you see how we grab the liquidity. Just so beautiful all the way down to the 5-day moving average right there. Now I reminded you again, one more time, right here at 10:08. One more time, I reminded you again, right? And this is very important because if we grind up an orange, you cannot go long. It's a grind, no structure, no trade. I reminded you again with the blue and orange. So this is quite a straightforward trade and a beautiful one as well. But you know, if you miss this, so be it, because you see there is an early zombie trade here with the pink, and just take a look, penny perfect, right? If you caught this, call it a day, because we were still within the teal, and you see how the market just remained very tightly in the wedge, and there was another wedge here. This was quite important level. I didn't extend this, but you could see for yourself a chart on the magentas. Just see how beautiful we were, just pinned in the wedge there. So with the algorithms, the magenta and the pink, you would even know when not to trade, which is, I believe and I argue, an even more important skill than learning how to trade, because I believe 90% of the time you shouldn't be in trade, right? So having the algorithms telling you when not to trade, that is crucial. Right, this is absolutely beautiful. So where do we go from here? It's very straightforward, isn't it? I reminded you in yesterday's video, so please watch it later. Links is in the description. You need to watch it. You have better macro structure context. And remember, every trading day is not isolated. It is chained up, right? So you have to understand my thought process day after day. That's the best way to learn. That's the best way to understand what the market is doing. So please go watch that, right? We need to enter into this blue if there is going to be more downside, and that will require the 5-day to start trending down within, and there is a major liquidity here. So just be patient. If this wants to head down, you will not miss it. Let it go down in the magenta, and within the magenta there will be the orange, and if it wants to break, it will break in green. That's pretty straightforward. So just be patient here. There is some liquidity here that the market may want to be grabbing. Remember, I talked to you about that orange. You see that happening. It's defending now. So this is a very beautiful tight wedge that you see in the afternoon right there. So just pay close attention. If this wants to head down, you will not miss it. An important level is the 712 yellow. So the main liquidity is where that 712 will be, so pay close attention to that. By then, 5-day will already turn into resistance. You will not miss it. There is another major level, and that will be the QQQ 5-day, which I believe will be closer to that 712 here in equivalence to SPY. So pay close attention. Keep your QQQ charts open. So you have two major levels you can work with in this very beautiful blue algorithm right there. So you see that happening, right? Because right now in the 1-minute chart, this magenta can still be in control. So with smaller structure here, you have to be very careful of this. That's where probably the 5-day will build liquidity here. So you've got to pay close attention there. Now, at this point, you understand there will be a blue here like that, right? So the market can build a larger structure like that together with magenta. So this is what I mean. You just got to pay close attention, especially if we remain in the wedge and we're 5-day there as well, right? Now there is a larger structure right here. There is this pink. You see the market building some liquidity there. Just keep that in mind, right? It may not grab this so quickly, and if it does, right, a 5-day right here, you will not get caught by surprise, especially when we're still in that orange buying continuation structure, isn't it? I talked a lot about this. If it digs deeper, you can understand how it will take time to build liquidity there, and you have an initial liquidity here as well, which was at this right here. So if this wants to grab the liquidity, you can see it happening with the pink as well. So just be more patient, look out for some microstructure here. If the market wants to grab the liquidity early, you will see the green here like that, right? So give it time. If it wants to grab the liquidity, it will be better if we dig a little deeper. But you are ready. You understand the liquidity levels here. You understand the wedges here. You understand where you can be finding profits in the charts. So remember, this is your objective. Find profits in the charts. Feed your family. Don't be too concerned where this is going. Right, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to watch yesterday's video. Links in the description or here. Right, you need to understand the context. Watch the day before as well, so you can truly understand how to be chaining up your plays, understanding my thought process. That's the best way to learn and be better at this. So thank you very much for watching. See you closer to opening bell.